The Zephyrian detention facility on Kepler 442b was considered impregnable. Its crystalline walls could withstand plasma bombardment, and its location in the asteroid belt made it virtually invisible to long-range scanners. Commander Vextai had chosen it specifically for this operation. 3 human children, aged between 8 and 12, sat in adjacent cells, their small hands pressed against the energy barriers that confined them. The negotiations will proceed smoothly, Vextai informed his subordinates, his 4 arms gesturing confidently. Humans are notoriously emotional about their offspring. The Terran Federation will surrender the Proxima system without firing a shot. What the Zephyrian commander didn't know was that he had just made the gravest tactical error in galactic history. 8-year-old Marcus Thompson sat quietly in his cell, remembering his father's teachings about staying calm under pressure. 10-year-old Elena Rodriguez whispered soothing words to her younger cellmate, while 12-year-old Jake Morrison studied the guard rotations with an analytical mind that would have made his father proud. These weren't ordinary children. They were the sons and daughters of humanity's most decorated military leaders. General David Thompson, the Ghost of Titan, had earned his reputation during the Martian Rebellion by infiltrating enemy lines and dismantling entire command structures from within. General Maria Rodriguez, known as Iron Hammer, had never lost a fleet engagement in 20 years of service. And General Robert Morrison, the Stormbringer, had revolutionized modern warfare with his lightning-fast multi-front assaults. The kidnapping had occurred during what should have been a routine diplomatic gathering on Neutral Station Alpha 7. The children were visiting their fathers when Zephyrian operatives struck, using a previously unknown cloaking technology to bypass security and extract their targets. Within 6 hours of the abduction, 3 of humanity's most fearsome military minds had converged on the Situation Room aboard the flagship Retribution. The holographic display showed the last known trajectory of the Zephyrian vessel, but the trail had gone cold at the asteroid belt. "They think they understand us," General Thompson said, his voice carrying the cold precision that had terrorized enemies across 3 star systems. "They believe human emotion makes us predictable." General Rodriguez cracked her knuckles, a gesture her crew had learned to fear. "They're about to learn why we've never lost a war." General Morrison studied the star charts with calculating eyes. "Vextai is smart, but he's operating under false assumptions. He expects us to negotiate. He expects us to follow conventional diplomatic protocols." "Conventional is overrated," Thompson replied. The 3 generals worked with terrifying efficiency. Morrison's intelligence network, built over decades of covert operations, had already identified 17 possible hiding locations. Rodriguez's fleet, positioned strategically throughout the sector, began moving into attack formations that appeared random to outside observers but formed a deadly web. Thompson's Special Forces units, masters of infiltration and sabotage, started their own hunt through back channels and criminal networks. Meanwhile, the children weren't sitting idle. Marcus had noticed that the energy barriers flickered for 0.3 seconds during each hourly maintenance cycle, just enough time for a small person to slip through if they timed it perfectly. Elena had memorized the guard schedules and identified a 17-minute window when the detention level would be minimally supervised. Jake had figured out how to access the facility's communication array using components from the food dispensers. On the second day, Vextai sent his ransom demand to the Terran Federation, complete withdrawal from the Proxima system in exchange for the children's safe return. He expected lengthy negotiations, bureaucratic delays, and eventual capitulation. He received a single response: "You have 12 hours to return them unharmed. After that, we stop playing by civilized rules." Vextai laughed, sharing the message with his crew. Empty threats. They wouldn't risk harming their own offspring with reckless military action. At exactly the 12-hour mark, every piece of Zephyrian technology within 100 light-years began failing simultaneously. Communications networks collapsed, navigation systems malfunctioned, and weapons platforms went dark. Thompson's sabotage protocols, embedded in Zephyrian systems for months through seemingly innocent software updates, had activated. Rodriguez's fleet materialized from hyperspace in perfect formation, having used the communications blackout to mask their approach. The impregnable facility found itself surrounded by humanity's most advanced warships, their weapons trained on every critical system. Morrison's voice echoed through the facility's emergency speakers. "This is your final warning. Return our children now, or discover why humans earned the nickname the galaxy's apex predators." In their cells, the three children smiled. They had taught their fathers well, but their fathers had taught them better.